Was there a villain hanged by a patriotic superhero in the Golden Age? Did the Batman creators make a current villain with the same name? Did that villain have a deceased hand that he could spread to you with a touch? Let's get into it. The Black Hand was a villain who worked with Nazi interests against the United States. He first appeared in Blue Ribbon Comics number 16 in 1941, published by MLJ, now known as Archie Comics. He then appeared in Blue Ribbon Comics 17 to 19 and issues 21 and 22. He is known as a terrorist, Nazi collaborator, and a pirate. He is also known for his high intelligence, a diseased right hand, and his many disguises. His goals are to steal plans for a bomb testing site so he can sell it to the Nazis, poison all the factory workers, and steal the radium so they cannot be cured, find the poet pirate's treasure, and to kill Captain Flag. He's a pretty ambitious guy.
Whoa!
He has a long list of crimes, including mass murder, mass torture, terrorism, kidnapping, sabotage, piracy, assault and battery, treason, theft, war crimes, mass sterilization, arson, conspiracy, and breaking and entering. The Black Hand is the main antagonist of Captain Flag, and he is known for his sadistic and psychopathic behavior. He is responsible for the murder of Captain Flag's father and engages in various acts of terrorism during World War II, making him a significant threat to Captain Flag and to the United States. Using his infected claw, the Black Hand can touch a person and infect them with a disease that quickly causes their skin to blacken and leads to their death. The Black Hand explains his abilities to Tom Townsend.
First, I remove my glove. You see my hand? It is black diseased. A disease easily capable of transmitting by penetrating the skin with my claw. Ha ha ha! The suffering your body is enduring now is nothing compared to that fate, Townsend.
And that is the threat he gave to Flag's father. The Black Hand is responsible for creating a Golden Age hero. He kidnaps and tortures John Townsend for the plans to an army targeting device. When John won't talk, the Black Hand brings John's son, Tom, as a negotiating tactic, threatening to kill him. John still won't talk, and the Black Hand infects John with the claw of the Black Hand disease. The Black Hand and Captain Flag first appeared in Blue Ribbon Comics number 16. They go hand in hand, since the Black Hand is an integral part of Captain Flag's origin story. The Black Hand then turns to Tom, the spoiled, irresponsible son that he has kidnapped, and prepares to infect him just like his father. But before the Black Hand can slay Tom Townsend, a large eagle rescues Tom and carries him to his eyrie. This nest, resting high on a cliff, keeps Tom safe. Inspired by the fresh air, Tom puts himself through a workout regimen, developing the muscles he had allowed to go flabby. The eagle cares for Tom and one day brings him an American flag. Tom names the eagle Yank. Tom soon recovers and swears to fight for the United States, donning the costume and moniker of Captain Flag. He fights crime and is aided by Yank, his eagle benefactor. Captain Flag then defeats the Black Hand and his mob. The comic run lasts for 34 issues. Captain Flag's powers consist of flight, invulnerability, super speed, and super strength. It's a nice little caveat of powers, right? The Black Hand and his minions carry out many acts of terrorism and sabotage, killing many innocent people left and right. He steals the plans for a bomb and attempts to give them to the Nazis. The vigilante, Captain Flag, stops his plans. Black Hand tries to kill with an explosion, but Flag uses it against him, destroying his base. But the Black Hand gets away. he escapes to fight another day. The Black Hand returns in another issue, breaking out Nazi war criminals from Canadian prisons. Captain Flag, working with the FBI, puts the Nazis back in prison, but the Black Hand escapes again. The Black Hand steals the Book of Verses from a museum. Inside is a map to the poet pirate's treasure. He and Captain Flag would go on a race for the treasure. The Black Hand was presumed dead when drowned by Captain Flag, but he was rescued by a crew member aboard the ship. The Black Hand then goes on to crew a pirate ship of his own and cause havoc by raiding ships along the American coast. This guy won't stop. Captain Flag eventually defeats the Black Hand and his minions with explosives. The Black Hand is caught and given to vigilante justice. He is executed by being hung from his ship's yardarm, ending him and concluding the comic book series. The Black Hand's design tended to change every issue, the consistent aspect being his black rotting hand. He usually has black hair and wears a black or dark purple hood. He tends to have a claw insignia on his chest to symbolize his power. His face is usually pale and has no pupils. He later became more ghoulish in appearance, his face looking like a skull, very similar to Skeletor from He-Man.
Don't be rude.
Let's check out the creators. In the fall of 1941, there was a boom period for patriotic superheroes as the country prepared to enter World War II. During this period, comic book publishers launched Miss Victory, Miss America, The Star-Spangled Kid, U.S. Jones, The Fighting Yank, The Flag, and Yank and Doodle. Very patriotic sounding names here. In this vein of patriotic superheroes, Captain Flag was created by Joe Blair and Lynn Streeter. Captain Flag was the only one of the patriotic superheroes to be trained by an actual bald eagle. How's that for patriotic? At the same time, they created his nemesis, the Black Hand. So they are linked, they go hand in hand. Joe Blair was a comic book writer known for creating several characters for Archie Comics. Notable creations include Captain Flag, the Fox, the Black Hand, Inferno, and Mr. Justice, and Zambini the Miracle Man. That sounds like an interesting comic. Lynn Streeter was a comic book artist known for creating Captain Flag and the Black Hand. He worked on many comics, including Classics Illustrated, Classics Illustrated Junior, Zambini the Miracle Man, and Adventures into the Unknown. Nice resume. He attended the University of Pennsylvania until 1935. He enlisted in the National Guard on December 19, 1935, and enlisted in the U.S. Army on April 3, 1942, at Newark, New Jersey. During his time in the service, Lynn was the staff cartoonist for the 22nd Infantry's mimeographed newspaper, the Double Deucer. That's a great name. The Double Deucer, right? For the 22nd Infantry? Does the Black Hand deserve a comeback? There was a Black Hand in the DC Universe in the Green Lantern titles.
Go!
He first appeared in Green Lantern Volume 2, number 29, in June 1964. He was created by John Broome and Gil Kane. He is based on and named after DC writer and Batman co-creator Bill Finger. The character is the black sheep of the Hand family, so his name is an inside joke. This is not the same character this video is about, but this is currently the most famous Black Hand. So does the Captain Flag, the Black Hand, need a comeback? I don't know. The patriotic superheroes of the Golden Age never really came back, mostly because there was too many of them. Their villains seemed to vanish with them and never returned. Also, the Black Hand is so linked to Nazis and later to pirates, he seems a little dated. He would have to be updated. We could reintroduce him and just rely on his terrorist background. I think that might work. He's got a great name, and maybe he can blow up Riverdale and fight Archie and Jughead. I mean, they did fight the Predator, and that was a cool comic. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Should he be brought back? Brought back from the dead? The Black Hand? Alright guys, let's wrap it up. The Black Hand was a sadistic villain from the golden age of comics. He was a terrorist working with the Nazis and against patriotic superheroes like Captain Flag. He was defeated by Flag and hung from his own pirate ship, bringing his reign of terror to an end. The Black Hand was integral to Captain Flag's origin, and when the Captain Flag series ended, the Black Hand never really returned. Let me know if I missed anything in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.
It's a trap!